Good afternoon, everybody. It's Cody here from Amazing ATS, and hopefully the game comes up. There it is. I do want to thank you guys for joining in. We are back with Sundays Are for Trucking, episode number 19, and today we do have the Doolite Cascadia. That's right, it's a 2018 Cascadia, edited by Tom Dooley. And again, I'm going to apologize. This mod is currently private. Hopefully Tom will release it. And we are on Coast to Coast version 2.5. This was just updated to be compatible with the 131 beta. As you see, we do have trailer connections there. And we've got our first load. Right now we are sitting here at Walmart. We've got a Buster Brown trailer on the back. We are going to be going over to Gulfport, Mississippi. So without any further waiting, time to climb into the truck and get going. I so did not mean to shift into 8th. What the heck am I doing? How's it going today? Hey George, yes, Coast to Coast is now updated for 1.31. It's version 2.5. You can download Coast to Coast from the SCS forums. Once you go there, it's forum forums.scsoft.com. You're going to want to click on American Truck Simulator. Then click on Mods. And then next you will click on Maps. That will take you into the Map Sum section. You will want to look for Coast to Coast version 2.5. The download is on the first page. And once again, we are running the Freightliner Cascadia 2018. This is the Tom Dooley edit. And if you guys missed it at the beginning of the stream, unfortunately, I am not able to share this link as it is private. Mike, how are you doing today? Welcome to Sundays Are for Trucking and the live stream. And we had just left El Paso. We are currently on our way to Gulfport, Mississippi. We've got a UPS trailer on the back as we are going to be delivering to UPS. And today's load is 37,500 pounds worth of tableware that we are going to be taking from Walmart there in El Paso. Sorry to hear about that, Mike. I've never had any problems with it, actually. Now, the newer versions of Coast to Coast do require the New Mexico DLC. There is a non-DLC version. It is no longer supported. The last update on that was in February, and on February 20th, as a matter of fact. That was a while ago, and yeah, I did. Probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've ever made streaming-wise, but meh, it's done and over and in the past. Just like the middle of nowhere, Texas, there is absolutely no traffic. I'd rather not have his name mentioned on the stream, but I have mentioned it before. And I am not giving that guy any publicity whatsoever after the crap that he pulled with me. One second, guys. I gotta turn my fan on. There we go, much better now. I've got airflow going through my room once again. Oh, I am So definitely looking forward to Oregon. Coast to Coast is actually very easy to install. You're going to download the mod. It's going to be a RAR file, so it's .rar. You're going to want to use a program such as 7-zip or WinRAR to unpack it. Inside will be an SCS file, and you'll just drop that in your mod folder and activate it. However, what I do recommend is if you do have a profile for regular gaming, that you do not put Coast to Coast in there. You start a new profile along with other whatever mods else that you want to run. There's going to be no need for the signs file, as that was wiped out in version 2.4. Look at the first posting in the Coast to Coast, and you will see it right there at the top. It will be the first link that is listed. Now, I could have dressed up the truck in chicken lights and things like that, but we're doing pretty much plain Jane today. If you're on the main forum page, LeVar, you're going to click American Truck Simulator. Once that opens up, you want to click the mod subfolder. And then in mods, then you want to click on maps. And then you want to search in the listing of postings there for Coast to Coast version 2.5. Just click on the thread. It will open up in the first page. The first posting does have the share mods link. No train horn today, just a regular stock air horn. Actually, maps will never be supported through Steam. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. Someone had mentioned the reason why. I forget exactly what they said, why it would not be supported. Holy moly, Coda, stay on the road. And you're acting like you're all drunk, but yeah, I'm not. I just got finished eating roughly about a half hour ago. Hey, Chad, how's it going today? What we got underneath the hood today is a comma part. It's the, can't remember exactly what engine it is. Let's go ahead and take a look here very quickly. And see if the diagnostics here will tell me. 645 horsepower. We've got a, and it's the 2017 version of the engine actually. And remind me not to hold down control, which is my speed key, and escape. It actually makes me exit out of the game. Good point there, George. Very good point. What we do know is that even if SCS does not release all 50 states, we do have some great modders who are working on mods such as Coast to Coast. I mean, granted, Texas is getting a little bit better. Florida and Georgia have a ton of trees and things like that. It's slowly but surely getting worked on. Now, granted, I'm used to the speedometer and the RPM gauge opposite of where they are. Normally, RPM gauge is going to be on the left, speedometer on the right. These are flip-flopped in this truck. I am not sure why. Of course, I haven't looked at the inside of a 2018 Cascadia, so I am not sure if this is the exact layout or not. I do not download map mods from external websites. I will get those directly from the SCS forums. Right now, I do have Sissel's Trailer Pack USA and the Reefer 3000R mod. The only one that I have activated at the moment is Sissel's, as that has been updated for the 131 beta. I do have the Magnitude 55L, which is a lowboy, and I'm not sure what else that I do have. Mostly for what I do, the Sissel's Trailer Pack and the 3000R Reefer, that covers just about everything that I would ever want to run. Oh, and I also forgot, I did get Habdorn's recent compressed natural gas trailer, and that is available on the Steam Workshop. Hey, SFOT, how are you doing this afternoon? It's a little bit dark on the outside, but I'll hop out there, and I don't know how much you're going to see. Oh yeah, I will finish this run tonight over to Gulfport. This map is not on a 1-to-1 scale, it's at 1/20th, so it's just like the base game. We'll probably end up doing a couple more beyond this one. No, actually I've got a 12-speed in there, but it's acting like a 15, and not in a normal sense of the way. I've got, when I shift out the low side, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got split gears on 5, 6, and 7. On the 8th gear, I only got low. If I do go to an 18, the transmission, well, the rear end is geared at 430, which is extremely high. So we'd be running 78 miles an hour and would be pegging the RPM gauge. Well, right now I'm running Sissel's Trailer USA pack. And I have not hauled a reefer in forever, so when we do get to Gulfport, we're going to see if we can pick up a reefer and go somewhere. I'm pulling one of the gray Buster Brown trailers. right, I should have done that for today, and I did not hook it up. In order to get it actually hooked up now, I'd have to stop the stream, so I'm not going to do that. Ooh, help you with what, George? Oh, a yard jockey. Yeah, unfortunately, the companies in the game are a little bit too small for a yard jockey. Mike, thank you so much for that subscribe there on YouTube. I appreciate it. George, you want to go to forums.sessoft.com and let me know when that page is loaded. Ones in New Mexico that would be big enough would be Global Mills. I appreciate that, Chad. Alright, now you're going to click on American Truck Simulator. And then once that loads up, you're going to see a whole bunch of subthreads there. You're going to want to click on the one that says Mods. After you click on Mods, the next one you want to click on is Maps, and that's going to be all the way up at the top. And that's going to open up all the thread listings for maps that were created. On the first page, you should see Coast to Coast 2.5. You're going to open that thread, and then there will be a share mod link for version 2.5 right in the first posting. Now when you go to a mod website such as atsmods.lt, the link for the download is 99% of the time gonna be the original link that the mod creator used in order to post their mod, just so you know. You are quite welcome. Hey, Dewan, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. Oh, it's going to be the same as a mod website, George. It's just all broken down into different categories there. Instead of a mod website, instead of having to search for them, you would then open up a specific subform. So if you want to download a truck or whatnot, once you click on mods, then you want to click on models, and that's broken down into subdirectories for trucks and trailers. I'm just enjoying my Sunday. Cruising along in the middle of Texas, absolutely nothing around. And actually, I have been through Texas on the way back from El Paso. We went up through, literally up Laredo, not Laredo, I forget some of those cities there. We pretty much went to the west side of Austin, not Austin, Dallas and Fort Worth, and then went up into Oklahoma City. Oh my god, it is just like this out there. There is nothing. Pretty much you get on Interstate 80 in Nebraska, you get to the west side of Lincoln, you see nothing but cornfields for like 300 miles. That's what I try to do if I download them, only because I know the mods haven't been messed with. I mean, no matter what I do, I'm in the habit of scanning every single mod that I download. If it finds anything kind of that looks suspicious or anything, my virus scanner will flag it and I won't even bother unpacking it. And you can never be too safe these days. Gulfport, Mississippi. If you're downloading it from a third-party mod website, it's probably detecting with share mods as an example. I'm not sure how bad it is there, but some of the other ones will try to throw you an executable file instead of the actual download. That might be what your antivirus is trying to block. And you will never find a mod that is an executable. If you download an executable from a mod website, you've got the wrong thing. Don't even try to open it. That I am not sure because I have not been there. I've actually, in all the times that I streamed coast to coast before, I've never dropped off in Gulfport, Mississippi. Affliction.exe. No, Gulfport's always been in there. You may be able to throw it in, but I more than likely, LeVar, Nightbot's gonna kick the link out. The only ones who have permission to post links are myself and the moderators. We should be coming up to Louisiana here very, very shortly. We will see once we get there, Mike. Especially when I'm going to be taking a reefer. Yeah, the first coast-to-coast version that I ran was 2.2, which was probably about, I'd say, August, September of last year is when I first started getting into it. That is a very good question. Now, with the updated thing that I saw about possibly one or two trucks that could be added, they did not state what those companies are, more than likely non-disclosure agreements, but I am going to say it's going to be Freightliner and Volvo. We're definitely going to be pulling a reefer. Load it just like you do any other mod, LeVar, except keep it near the top of your mod listing. general freight is exactly that. It could be beverages, empty pallets. They just name it general freight instead of having to name specific loads for that trailer. And funny that you mentioned Rouen, is there's a grocery warehouse in the town that I live in, and Rouen is the one who takes care of all the outbound deliveries, at least to the grocery stores. Well, they specifically mentioned companies, not a truck from a licensed company already in the game. I live in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of Mack dump trucks around where I live. I have not seen them here either. There we are. Welcome to Louisiana. We are 283 miles away. Well, if they are going to do a Mack, more than likely I'm thinking it would either be the Anthem or the Pinnacle. Even though the CH is still made, I see that as being one of the least likely for Mack to make it into the game. Oh, NASCAR already has Mack Anthems that they're running around in. But of course, that's NASCAR. Hello, everyone caters to NASCAR. I see a lot of dump trucks here that are the CHs. And then we've got the, forget the model of it, but it was made back in the 70s. I see a lot of those ones still here too. there's a couple of different variations of the Pinnacle, actually. I would say no. You're exactly right, Mike. My brother drives from Martin and had a load of Campbell soups on the one time. The manufacturer loaded dented product, so the receiver wouldn't take it. You wouldn't. It was probably, I would say, half a pallet of not chicken noodle, but it was chicken and dumpling of the Campbell's chunky soup that got rejected. So the company told him just go find a food pantry and drop it off. But he kept about 3 cases of that and brought it home. Needless to say, I don't care if it was dented or not. That's not too much of an issue. Guess who ended up eating all that chicken and dumpling soup? Yes, he does do lower 48. And as a matter of fact, my brother will be home on Friday for vacation. Next week, I will more than likely, after Sunday, I will not be streaming. And that's if I'm home on Sunday. I am leaving on Monday to go on vacation. No, I do not. Only because I cannot get the time off of work to go out on the road for 6 weeks at a time. And normally when he leaves out of home here, he will get a load going either to Illinois or down south around Virginia or South Carolina, something like that, and then they will send him out to the West Coast. I would say more than likely he is, George. Ashley, thank you so much for the subscribe there on YouTube. I appreciate it. Where do you guys want to go when we get down to Gulfport and get this dropped off? Do we want to go north? Do we want to go to Florida? Do we want to go back out to the West Coast? Give me some ideas. 'Cause the state I was born and raised in is New York. And how did I know you would say Macon, Georgia, George? Ah, 36 miles there to Gulfport, and welcome to Mississippi. As what they said in Whose Line Is It Anyway? We do have all our teeth. And that was Greg who had said that actually for state models rejected for license plates. I was born between Buffalo and Niagara Falls. In this game, you can run into an idiot driver anywhere. we've got a Buster Brown truck there. Do we see any, looks like not so many UPS trailers. And holy moly, this is the Albuquerque airport. That is amazing. Now you guys may be wondering why I went by. That's actually because this truck is way too long in order to do a straight in. So we're going to come this way and we're going to get ourselves angled to go right into that slot right there. Go up over the curb here a little bit. Yes, but it's the same model as the Albuquerque airport. Alright, let's see what we got here in Gulfport. Well, it looks like there's Huntsville, but we're gonna go right here to Norfolk, Virginia. That's a good little run there. Where the heck are we picking up at? Oh, right around the corner. Why we're picking up a reefer here at Tesla, I have no idea. No, maybe no, actually I am blind. We're actually going to be picking right up there from UPS again. I am, like, really bad. Sorry, guys. We didn't even need to leave the property. Here we go. And we are not going to be pulling doubles. What's the load here? Frozen fruits? Okay. You know, I do know one of my viewers wants to see a stream done on Schaefer. I could definitely do that. I do have Schaefer enabled in Sissel's trailer pack, but for some odd reason, the trailer does not show up. It should be sitting right here where Steven's transport is. So I am not sure what's going on. And just double checking over here, and again, it's not here either. We're just gonna do a plain white trailer though. Because you can't back them in. And look at that, even the trailer connections work there. That is absolutely awesome, just saying. Oh, I've got a UPS facility here in my town, and they've got 53s. They do a lot of doubles around here. That I will say. Well, their main shipping hub is in the middle of Tennessee. Yeah, any Freightliners these days, they are coming with Detroits, since Freightliner does own Detroit. Yeah, I forget, I work for Amazon, so I'm like calling FedEx every single day. Not FedEx, but UPS. So I keep forgetting what Worldport is, if that's FedEx or if that's UPS. Customer service. Oh, we've got a rail trailer on. How about that? we had just left Gulfport, Mississippi on our way up to Virginia Beach. That's because back in the 90s and 2000s, those engine companies were separate on their own. They were not bought out by the truck companies. Nowadays, PACCAR makes their own engines. Cummins, you can pretty much get those in specific trucks only, I believe, unless you get a glider kit. All Freightliners come with Detroits. Max do have their own M-Series engines and transmissions, of course. Good afternoon, Martin. How you doing today? Are you a driver, Mike? Did you guys see that sign there? Buy a battery. There's a nice little nod to Forrest Gump. I am one of the lucky few that gets to work from home for Amazon, so I don't even need to leave my house. Why did they do it? Because it's cheaper. For the trucking company, it's more profit, really. Yeah, we do have a 645 horsepower come apart underneath the hood. Unfortunately, with this mod, there are no Detroits with it. Otherwise, I, of course, would have a Detroit. I don't even believe in the real world they go above 625 for a Cummins. Don't quote me on that, but I don't believe so. They actually do quite good with their business, actually, still. Even though they're not tied to a company will order the engines for a customer, since if you are going to get a Cummins, I believe the truck is going to have to be custom built. I work daytime hours. And I'm on the East Coast, so I will work from like 6 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So for me, that's like 9 in the morning till, depending on the day. I get to schedule myself normally about a month in advance. So I do have a lot of leeway with my scheduling. Oh, I probably could. I do have an Amazon trailer in Sissel's trailer pack. Oh, more than likely, definitely, George. Now, they did get away from engines for Class 8 vehicles, but they still make engines for off-road vehicles, such as their what you would see in mining operations. Not as far as I know, they do not. Yeah, they sent me a Chromebook and pretty much everything that I would need in order to work from home. The only thing I have to use is my internet connection. That depends, actually. The last mile of the delivery would be by the post office, which is pretty much that it's... Now, for a lot of the next day deliveries, and depending on what the item cost is, we will end up using FedEx, UPS, even local carriers such as like LaserShip, where you get out on the West Coast, Dynamics. Hey, Ghost, how are you doing today? It's a 12-speed in the game, Martin. Unfortunately, I cannot run the 18-speed. It's just geared way too high. You know, I can't even remember what the hell transmission I chose. The iShift 12D. So yeah, we've got a 12-speed transmission. Oh, the 389 was in the early 2000s or so, early to mid 2000, like 2003 to 2005, somewhere in there. I believe Cat was still making engines at that time. yeah, they did do a whole lot of updates to it in order to get it updated for 131, and then also they keep adding to it with every single update. And there's at least 4 to 5 that I know that are working on the mod at any one particular time. And even though Mantrid is listed as a creator on this, it was Sure Black Spots that actually got it converted for use on 131. Yeah, Target needs to hammer down, that's for sure. We're going to see if we can catch up to that black pickup there that's going right by Target. Guys, take a look at the tailgate on the truck. We're going to make a little bit of a joke here. Alright, you see what the tailgate says? That's not Ford. That says Frog. It's like Ribbit built Ford Tough. Or Ribbit built Frog Tough or something like that. Haha, I remember that song, the Chattahoochee from Alan Jackson. A great song. Good question, Martin, and I could not answer that actually. Oh, I'd say they're doing pretty good with the 389. Alright, we're gonna need a fill me up here very soon. We're down to like 3/8 of a tank. It says rail, which is spelled R-O-E-H-L, but it's pronounced rail like a rail car. Alright, you take care, Ghost. Thanks for stopping in, and you sleep good. But a ton of people are still buying the 389, so I don't see how it was a bad mistake. there should be one. We're just not quite into Atlanta, so we should be there, let's see, very, very shortly. If not, there should be a rest area along the side of the highway. Well, not a rest area, but a service plaza. I wouldn't know what truckers say anymore, as I no longer have a CB. Damn stupid AI, get in front of me and then slow down. No, LeVar, because installing Coast to Coast is the same as any other mod. Yeah, but Texarkana is the other way. I just saw the fuel station sign here. We're not even gonna, no matter that we had to get off the interstate to get this, but I definitely do not want to run out of go-go juice. Let's get ourselves back on the road. I could actually find a cattle pod that still works, I just might. There is no snow, but I do occasionally hit rain, yes. Well, in the meantime, I haven't had rain in a while, actually, so let's go ahead and turn up the rain probability. Holy moly, you stupid AI, are you kidding me? Man, talking about a cluster. Sorry guys, I normally do not drive like that. Oh, this is my first time driving today. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and that's pretty much when I got enough time to basically hop into the game and start streaming. That is exactly what I meant, Martin. Hey, what do you know? Flash to pass actually worked. Never been there in real life in the game. It's like at least once a day I go through there. not always know. And that's one of the new trailers there that's coming with 131, a bottom dump trailer. The loads for that one will be gravel, limestone, and sand. No, we're gonna hang out here. Tisk, 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 tisk. Cop with the discos on got himself a customer. I believe I know what mod that you're talking about. Just a reminder, guys, if you are enjoying today's live stream, the 19th episode of Sundays Are for Trucking, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Or if you hate everything about life and the stream, you are able to give it a thumbs down too. Why I jumped over a lane, I have no idea. It comes with actually quite a few skins. Man, this girl has some long legs in her. Holy moly. And just over 300 miles to get up to Virginia Beach. Why did I want to say Newport News? I have no idea. Now, the new LTs look extremely nice, that's for sure. And yes, I know I am speeding through Wilmington. There's nothing wrong with buying a truck from International Navistar. Roger that, LeVar. Did you see the mod listing, though, on the SCS forum? are right there, Chad. I do love the look of the Cascadia. Uh-oh. Okay, I didn't roll over. If I would have tried to do that turn as fast going around there like that, I definitely would have been on my side. Well, the T600 was a whole lot better than having that big old flat front on a cab over. Unfortunately, I never got to experience that. The company that I worked for, I started out in the FLD 120 and then got moved into a Volvo. They did have a T600, but that was the owner-operator's son's truck. Oh, there's lots of room inside of a Cascadia. Even the new 579s, what are they calling? They no longer, they actually redesigned the sleeper on those, so it's like a T680. I forget what they're calling it, to be honest with you, but they are extremely roomy inside the new 579s. It's still called a 579, but they have a specific name for the sleeper. Oh yeah, I am loving this. It looks like they did a lot more work here on the East Coast. I've seen very little stretches that are barren on the side of the interstates. This looks amazing. I mean, granted, you're out in the middle of nowhere along 17 in North Carolina going into Virginia and whatnot. And actually, this 17 is what a lot of people use to bypass Washington, D.C. Now, if you're on 95, you're just going to stick on 95 and then go around the Beltway for DC and Baltimore. But if you're going, say, into Hagerstown or Pittsburgh or something like that, you are not going to be going through DC. You're going to go ahead and take 17 to get away from all that traffic. Hey Ian, how are you doing today? Long time no see. Papa Yaga 300, how are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Alright, there, we made it up to Norfolk here without any problems. Let's see what else that we got that's going to take us a little further north. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Actually, we'll end up going right through New York here with these machine parts going up to Hartford. It is expected Monday, 513 miles, 301. Okay, we've got a full day to get there, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up those machine parts there. I do very little multiplayer anymore these days. Hey, Mike, are you still here on the stream? Yep, we're going right here to Tesla. What do you mean, George? Oh, okay, that was a typo. Alright. I was wondering, okay, what's going on here? Martin, we are running Coast to Coast version 2.5. Wow, this is extremely dark here. I cannot see a darn thing. I really need some lights here on the back of the cab so I can see. Very simple, actually. A lot of people on multiplayer have absolutely no clue how to drive. They will run you off the road. Literally, they will do anything to mess with you. Martin, if you can go ahead and open up a web browser, I will tell you where you can actually download it on your own without me sending you the link. What I do want to do is, there is a camper trailer for ETS2, but that's only available on the Europe 2 server. Just one day I'm going to log in there with a scout car and pull around that camper trailer just for the hell of it. And it would be our time at night, so don't have to deal with like 3,500 other idiots on the road. If you can get through a session on Euro Truck Simulator 2 on the Europe 2 server without any damage, you accomplished a miracle. More AI that wants to go by you, pass you, get in front of you, and then slow down. I mean, I'm glad I have a wheel and you guys can't see it, but yeah, I just gave him the good old one finger salute. See me guys leaning over like that, that's just me bending down to get a bottle of water. Roger that on making the moolah. So this is one of the more barren parts of the map that we have been in since we started. We did start out the evening in El Paso, Texas. We went to Gulfport, Mississippi. From Gulfport, we went up to Norfolk, Virginia, and now we're on our way to Hartford, Connecticut. guys have ever been in the I-95 corridor between say from Baltimore down to just south of Washington, D.C., that's one of the most heavily traveled roads in the United States. It's utterly ridiculous. You want to pretty much avoid that during any rush hour times. And we can definitely do that, as we singled out tankers yesterday. Get a W900 day cab and start running around doing that, and that would be a fun stream. Welcome to Maryland. And yes, I said it that way on purpose. Speak of the devil, turn off the headlights and then gotta turn them back on because it starts raining. this is what coast to coast used to look like all over the place. Was very little on the side of the roads, no trees or anything. But you get down into the southern part now on coast to coast, everything is all trees. Hey, Kenworth98, how's it going today? Uh-oh, looking out, it's a crash and roll stunt team. Can't remember bleep today. That is great to hear. Alandis, we are driving the Freightliner Cascadia 2018. Welcome to yeah, there we go. I can't even talk. New Jersey, small state, most populous state per square mile in the United States. To be honest, I don't know any jokes about Walmart. Around here, people will call them Walfart. I have no idea, but make up your own minds why they say that. Are you running version 4.5? have been to Jersey many times when I was driving. The worst place to actually go for me was Jersey City, because you're basically right across the river from New York City. Yeah, I am running the Tom Dooley edit of the Cascadia 2018. If you're running version 4.5, I do know a lot of people were having problems with it crashing. If you go back to the 4.4, the crashing issue should stop. Who doesn't have a joke about Swift? Swing wide, it's a freaking trailer. Sure wished I finished training. Sure wish I had a faster truck. Sure, we're insured for that. Stop worrying, it's finally there. And that's just right off the top of my head of what I know. I do know what it says backwards, but I am not going to say it. Do you have the New Mexico DLC? What version of Coast to Coast are you running? Hey Jeff, how's it going today? Roger that, Alan. Yeah, even it will show as 2.4 in the game. Now, are you running the 131 beta? Are you running any other map mods besides Coast to Coast? Wow. Alright. That's what you get, stupid AI, get for slamming on your brakes in front of me. And that is weird. You should not be crashing. And you have New Mexico. You've got the right version of Coast to Coast. You're not running the beta. I am not sure why you would be crashing, actually. I am not able to share the link. It's a private edit made by Tom Dooley. No, it is not. Alright, you take care, George. Alright guys, I am going to get on out of here for this Sunday evening. I do want to thank you for joining me on Sundays Are for Trucking number 19, which featured the Freightliner Cascadia 2018 and Coast to Coast version 2.5. If you guys did enjoy the live stream, make sure you give it a thumbs up. My name is Coda. We will see you guys on the Flippity Flop. Have a great rest of your Sunday nights.